So can we see the comments and everything in
so
yard?
you should have like a tab.
Yeah. Okay.
They're
just wasn't sure whether those comments would show up here as well, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they're sometimes a little bit late, but but if you check like the tab with.
Well, if that makes sense.
Yeah. We are live. Oh, Hannah, hello. Oh, so awkward. Okay. So hello to our number one fan, Hannah. Thank you for being here. And Mr. Rusuri, thank you. I gave 5 out of 5. Yeah, it's a good book. Yeah, how is everyone doing? I'm good. I went on a long walk, so now I'm really sleepy, but it's fine.
Yeah, I've been doing errands all day. I had to get some groceries and everything, so I'm just finally sitting down and reading.
Yeah. Well, I finished a book today, and it was a big accomplishment. It was the 5th season, and it's as good as everyone says.
Great book.
I need to get to that one. Like, everyone keeps telling me, read it. I'm just like, I have so many books I need to read.
I counted yesterday. I have 237 unread books here.
Holy crap.
Among which is the 5th season, so...
Yeah, it was really good. Really, really good. And then apparently they're doing like an adaptation for it.
I saw that.
I saw that yesterday. I'm excited for that.
I'm so excited. I think it's going to be really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hated the 5th season the first time I read it. And then the second time I was like, I understand now. And now I don't hate it. But the second person just made me so mad the first time that I read it. And I was like, I don't like this. I can't. It was awful.
I think that's yeah, I mean, I was really like prepared for it. Like all I heard was second person's annoying and you're gonna be like really confused. So I knew it coming in, and I think that made all the difference, because otherwise I'd be like, what?
Yeah, I didn't know how confused I would be going in. And then like I get mad at the end where I'm like, it makes sense a little bit, but it doesn't make sense. And then I reread it and read the second one, and I was like, I see. I understand now. It's as good as everyone says.
Yeah, so Sasha, you gotta get on it.
I've read the first one, the Dream Blood duology by her, and that one was really good too. I'm trying to work my way into the Inheritance trilogy because I know that's like something that she wrote later.
Yeah. So I really want to read The City We Became. I think that's one of her newer ones, but I heard it's really good. Yeah.
I heard that one's just as confusing. So
well, it's about like ancient cities, and I was like, what?
Yeah. It kind of sounds like confusing as her brand, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like genius, but on a higher level of existence that we can get.
Her books are smarter than us, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's just gotta accept it, and then it's gonna be okay. Speaking of new books, Laini Taylor has a new book coming, but it's like so secret, no one knows what it's about, and I'm so excited.
Like, I know it's adult, and it's steamier than what she's written so far. That's like literally all I know.
I'm ready for it.
I'm ready.
I know. I've been waiting ever since Muse came out.
It's been ages, because this one's 10 years old, and I think Strange the Dreamer is at least 5, I think.
Yeah. Let me see. I have a stack right here.
Yeah, there you go.
No, like literally a stack. This entire stack's all Strange and Muse.
Yeah, I need to buy. I wanted to buy that. There's like LitJoy crates. They're doing like a special edition. Someone told me it's gonna be $100 plus $40 shipping, and I was like,
that was me.
I'm not made out of money.
Yeah. So this came out 2018.
Yeah, it's not that old. No.
3 years. I guess it's less than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it came out right in like March or something. It doesn't say, and I don't remember.
I thought it was older than that.
Yeah, me too.
It feels older.
Yeah.
But that was the first edition I bought of Muse. So
So are all of us, Hanan.
Yeah, Strange Dreamer was 2017.
Oh.
At least
but
over
then
here.
I think that one was March, because I remember getting that in like a March fairy loot box.
Yeah, it was March.
Yeah, was Muse then October or something?
Yes.
Because I know it was more than a year.
Yeah, no, it was October of 2018, because I remember doing a reading vlog. I graduated and got married the week that I read that. So like that was 2018.
Special book then.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys have good memory. I can't remember when I read things. I think I read this one like 2018. I don't know. But yeah, it's
the only reason I remember those two is like I was still talking to my one friend when Strange Dreamer came out, because I remember going to the bookstore with her, and then obviously like I was getting married that week, so I remember what I was reading then, but any other book I couldn't tell you.
Fair. Oh. Don't know. Do you want to jump into the sprints at like 10 past?
Okay.
Yep, sounds good.
People in the comments, let us know. Have you started the book yet? Because I think only Kira started it. Femke, have you started?
I'm like at chapter 2, so technically I started it, but I also already read it like 3 times I think before, so I know what happens.
Oh, that's good.
Enjoy your lunch.
Yeah, I've read it once before. Haven't started it yet. It's been like 4 years, so I don't remember much, but I just remember really loving it, especially like later books. Nice, quite a few rereads, seems.
I mean, it's already 10 years old, so I guess a lot of people already have read it.
Yeah.
I'm honestly always very surprised in Facebook groups and everything when it comes up how many people actually haven't read it. Like I would expect, because it's 10 years old, that a lot of people would have read it, but I'm always surprised at how many people haven't.
Yeah.
Ooh, someone's
it depends.
Yes.
It depends on how long you've been in the community.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because like 3 years ago, I didn't know anything about Lee Bardugo, V. Schwab, or whatever.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I actually think I read it way before I even heard of BookTube, because I remember my friend being like, I read this book. It was amazing. It had like monsters. It was so weird. You gotta read it. And she read it while she was like waiting for the dentist, I think. And she was like, the best book ever. You need to read it. So I picked it up because of this. And I was like, it's really good. Really weird cover description.
I do remember reading this before I started BookTube though. Because I remember seeing the third one. It was on sale and I liked the cover. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go find the first one. And then it just started a little bit of an obsession, but it's fine.
Wait, did you say you like the cover, like with the ones with the mask?
Yeah, I think I'm the only person that likes those ones. Everybody hates them.
See, I love this series, but I didn't want to buy it because of the covers, and only with the new release for the 10-year anniversary, I was like, yeah, now's my time.
Because the third one's bright yellow, and that's one of my favorite colors, and I was like, this is so pretty. And everybody hates them, and I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I'm an old lady in the community. I have separate taste.
I think yellow's not a popular color for books, so maybe you were like, this is the one.
It's not, especially not in fantasy, like contemporary and like YA romance, you'll see yellow more, but fantasy, it's not that popular. So I was super excited.
Yeah, I don't think I can think of one. Well, except for the first
I have the same as Zoe. I remember seeing it in the bookstore. I have this cover. That's the one I saw.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I remember like seeing on the back, it says just like, wow, where's my No, you can't really see it. It says, wow, I wish I had written this book by Patrick Rothfuss. And I was like, okay, I didn't even know what it's about, but I want to read it now.
All right, it's 10 past. Do you want to jump into the first sprint?
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds
Do
good.
it. It's going to be 10 minutes, everyone. Or if you want to chat in the middle, like, yeah, just feel free. Like, it's not very strict. I think we're all pretty chill here. Let me just share with the timer. I feel like I'm on a work call trying to share my screen and being like super awkward about it. Okay, can you see this?
Yep.
Yes.
Awesome. Wait, how do I start it though? Never mind. Okay, we're gonna start it and then we're gonna make it big. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, how did everyone do? I only read 10 pages. That went by so quick.
Yeah. This is the first time there is another character named Kaz. So every time I read about him, I see Kaz from Six of Crows. This is disturbing.
I have it the other way around since I read Daughter of Smoke and Bone before Six of Crows. So I was like, who is this person? Who is this?
I honestly forgot he existed. I was like, she was like, someone's nibbling on my neck. I was like, who? And then completely forgot about him. But it feels so nostalgic to be reading because like I feel like this series has really good characters that you kind of fall in love with over time. And it's just all these feelings are coming back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was also just thinking like how when I read it like 4 years ago, it was really cool that it's set in Czech Republic because like I'm Polish and Czech Republic's kind of near and we have similar culture and very similar language. So I just remember like being, oh, that's so nice. It's not in like UK or US, like somewhere that I can go very easily kind of thing. So I'm just reading now and I'm like, oh, Susanna, that's how we spell Susanna. Or like, what is the other one? Wojciech or whatever. I was like, oh, Victor. I was like, that's how we spell it.
Yeah.
It's fun. Damn, someone's writing their novel. I hope that's going well.
Whoa.
That's really cool.
I was muted. Oh my god. I'm so proud of you, Kate. We'll do sprints later. And I'll try and get some writing done too.
Oh, I admire you for writing something. I'm always like, one day. But then I know I'm not like, I just have sketches in my head and turning them into ideas will be a feat.
I've been working on this one for 4 years now. So, you know, you got to start somewhere.
That's true. So what's everyone reading from the chat? Is everyone reading, well, except one person reading Never Tilting World. Is everyone else reading Daughter of Smoke and Bone? Yes. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Every time we try and do something, one of us ends up being busy last minute, and it's like the world hates us, doesn't want us to write together. It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, Zoe, you can always just like, you know, write your novel. We don't mind.
I am more in the mood to read right now, so we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
For now, we'll see.
Yeah, it's really fun reading with people because I feel like I'm more like, okay, we're doing this. We're not distracting ourselves with like Twitter.
You kind of have to now.
Yeah, it'd be a bit awkward if I'm there just on my phone, doing my own sprints. It seems like there's a mix. Someone's starting lore. Hope you like it. Oh, someone's already read Daughter of Smoke and Bone, reading Siege and Storm. Good one.
Yes.
The fourth novel from The Witcher. I only read the first one.
Same.
I've only watched the series. Oops.
I loved the series.
I really like
good.
it.
Yeah, I kind of want to read the novels, but then again, I have plenty of books.
200 and something.
So admittedly, I was like really confused, like reading the first book because like I didn't like. It took me like a while like to realize that they were jumping around like that. It wasn't like in chronological order, and I was just like, "What's happening? Like, what are we doing here?"
That's
and
what
then
I had with the series as well. I was so
Yeah.
confused. I was so confused.
And then I liked the series because I feel like I got so much clarification in that, because like some of the characters like had gray hair like in later portions of it, like, and you could actually see it happening. So like I wasn't like lost in that at all. Like, and I just felt like it clarified like everything that I was reading. So
Yeah. I can imagine, like, if you already know that it's going to happen, it makes it a lot clearer. But like, I didn't know anything, and I think it was episode 3, and I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I actually watched the show first and then read the book, and I feel like that made it a bit clearer what's going on in the book. Because at first I was like, if I haven't known what's happening, I would have been a bit confused. But I don't know, I didn't find it super confusing with the timelines, but that might have been because I already knew.
Yeah.
So when you know, you're like prepared for it, right? So
Yeah, I really didn't know. So
I started the book and then I started watching the series. And then like I actually finished watching the series because like I started like realizing, I was like, oh my God, like this is exactly what's happening like in the book. And then I went back and I read the book and I was just like, okay, we're good now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the fact that the first 3 are like short stories makes me like read it so slowly, because I don't particularly like short stories. So I'm just like, I'll read it later. And
The
also,
first 3?
I think 2 or 3, right?
I thought it was only the first 2.
2 at least. 3 I might be making up.
I'm not sure.
Don't trust me. I have no authority. Yeah, and I'm also reading them in Polish, so I have to go home, buy more books, and then bring them here so I can read them, because I only bought the first one because I didn't think I'd like it, but I did.
And I heard like it gets better like as you get further into it too.
Yeah. Also, yes, we do need more series. I need some Witcher in my life.
I love Yennefer.
Yep.
I love Yennefer.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. I haven't read it.
Me neither.
I feel like it's just because it's Polish. I felt like I had to support it, even if it's crap. I'd be like, yeah, go watch it, go watch it, even if it's not good. Just because I need to support, my countrymen.
I was the same way with Canadian stuff. Like, even if it's not good, I have to.
Yeah,
especially people from my area. I'm like, well, I have to.
I mean, you do, right? But if it's somewhere not like super big, like US or UK, you just gotta. They're your countrymen. You gotta. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, it's awesome. It's not confusing. No, but it did really make me happy when it actually like everyone seemed to kind of enjoy it, at least.
Yeah.
It sounds good, actually, but more it is hyped, the less I'm going to read it. Like, less chance I'm going to get to it, because I'm scared.
That's fair.
Yeah, apparently I was wrong. There's only 2 short story collections. That actually makes me way more likely to keep reading. So thank you. But yeah, I know sometimes when something's really hyped, you're just like, nah.
I have a harder time investing like in short story collections like than I do like a longer like story, because like it seems like, especially like with The Witcher, like you had so many characters, like I felt like I got character bombed in like especially like the first one, but I heard like that once you actually get into the series, like it's amazing. So that's like what I'm really like waiting for. I want to read like the second book soon with all the short stories, just to get through that so I can get to the meat of the story.
Yeah. I feel like starting your series with short stories is a peculiar choice.
Yeah.
Because people don't like short stories. Well, some of course do. But I feel like the general consensus is we prefer long stories. It's Daniel Green. I don't know. He's a booktuber.
Yeah.
So he's writing a series, and he started with a short story, and I was like, interesting. I'm still gonna read it, but interesting. Hopefully, it's good. Yeah, the games were so big. Like everyone played the games. Do you want to start another sprint? Should we say 15 minutes?
Oh,
sure.
Yeah.
Right. Do you want to play any kind of game, or are you not feeling a game?
Like,
I'm fine with whatever.
Like looking
tell me
for
what to do.
words. Like, I really don't know what people prefer. If they want to like find words or just like chill and read.
Honestly, I will probably forget as I'm reading.
I feel like it's kind of fun, but also like it really takes you out because you're reading and you're like, you know. Well, let's just go normal this time. And if the comments are like, yes, play the game, then we'll play the game. Is that cool?
That works.
yeah.
Awesome. I'm starting the timer and sharing it. All right. All right. How did everyone do?
Good. On chapter 4.
Yeah, I read like 15 pages. I literally read 1 page per minute because last time I read 10. I'm on chapter 4 as well.
I'm nearly at chapter 6. 1.5 page of chapter 5 left.
Me too.
Nice. You guys are quick.
I'd already read 1 chapter, so maybe it's not entirely fair.
Okay. Well, it's cheating.
Can I admit it? I really admit it.
I am a fast reader. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that scene where she was drawing and he got an itch. I was like, yeah, that's right. That's what you deserve.
Love that.
Oh. And I really like how she describes like the city of Prague. It's just like makes it sound so magical.
Have you been to Prague?
No, never, but I've heard it's amazing.
Me too. I really want to go someday, you know, when we can.
Yeah. If I ever got to take the book and be like,
Yeah.
yeah, have any of you guys been?
Nope.
No.
Okay, this is it. Squad trip to Prague. When we can.
Yeah.
When outside is legal again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a while.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember like 2 days before lockdown, like in March 2020, I was in Montreal. So I'm like,
Yeah, I went to Italy, to Sicily, like in February, and I think I came back and like 2 weeks later, it was like, bam, COVID's a thing now, and Italy was doing really badly, and it was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I had the same, except I went to South Africa. So I was like, that's like 14 hours flight for me. So it's like literally the other side of the world. And I remember saying to my mom when I left, like, well, we'll see what happens. But I got back in time, no problem. But my grandma went a couple weeks later because my aunt and uncle live there. So my grandma, who's my aunt's mother, she went like 2 weeks later and she was stuck there for 2 months. She couldn't get on a flight back, but like thankfully she was at my aunt and uncle, so she had a good place to stay, but still it was not fun.
Yeah. My boyfriend's family, I think, is like cousins or aunts. They have like a summer house in Cyprus, I think, and they're still there like after a year because they couldn't go back. And well, now maybe they're like, we just like it here. I'm not sure. That's
wow.
Now they're just like, whatever.
We just live here now. Oh well.
Oh well. Make the best of it.
I mean, there are worse places to be,
Yeah. I always really love the the wishes, how they work in these books with the scuppies and everything.
Yeah.
I think it's just such an original idea or something. I hadn't seen it before, and I don't think I've ever seen something similar since. At least not that I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't really think of any other book that where like wishes work like that kind of thing. I actually forgot. I honestly remember nothing. I was like, oh right, there was wishes thing, and I was like, that's really cool. Just forgot.
Yeah,
everything.
I still have that too, and I've read it like multiple times before, and I still have like, oh right, this person existed too.
Same. When they mentioned Mick, I was like, right, he's a person in this.
Yeah.
That happens. And I read them like last year again, and I totally forgot.
Yeah. To be fair, I have that very often. Like, I'll read a book in 1 or 2 days, and then I have to wait like a year for the sequel, and then I'll read the sequel, and I was like, what actually happened in the first book? Generally, when I'm like, as I'm reading, it'll come back to me. But like, especially when I'm starting out, it was like, who are all these people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Relatable.
That happened to me recently. You know, what was it called? City of Brass. I only read it like 2 months ago, and then I started Kingdom of Copper, which is the second book, and I was like, what? I don't remember anything. I don't know what happened. I'm so confused. And I was like, how bad is my memory that I can't remember it from 2 months ago? And like, I don't really like reading books as well, so it's just like, oh, I'm confused. Oh well.
Those are very like political with lots of characters, so I definitely get what you mean, because I read City of Brass like right when it came out, so I had to wait more than a year before I could read Kingdom of Copper, and I was like literally like same, like, who are these people?
Yeah. Yeah, I really like, I have so many sequels I need to read, but I already know I don't remember anything, so it's going to be a bit of a struggle. Like, I really need to read the second book in Poppy War. But like, I vaguely remember what happens, so hopefully it's enough. But for me, like things like characters, for example, I always forget them unless they're like really stand out kind of thing. So it's like, wait, who are you again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always reread the books before. I like rereading, and I know that if it's been more than a month, I have to reread it because I will forget everything. And like, I'm a fast reader too, so I don't mind doing it. But when I hear people like will pick up a book, like the newest one, without having read the other books for over a year, I'm like, that's ballsy. I like it. I'm terrified to do that. I would not do that, but I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I am one of these people. And what happens is I'm so confused, usually for like half of it. And then I slowly remember. I feel like when I was younger, I think someone's got feedback. Can you hear it?
Yeah. The echo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it for all of us?
Okay.
Not for you.
No, not for you now, but just a second ago you were echoing.
Yeah, now I think it's okay. Oh no, sorry. I think it might be empty because when you talk, there's no echo.
So then is it my fault or not?
Might be.
I don't hear it at all.
Anyway, I was just saying that when I was younger, I just like read a whole series within like a week, right? So I didn't need like the reminders. So I remember books would just be like, oh, remember when this happened very recently, and like they would kind of recap the previous book so people wouldn't be confused. And I was like, yeah, I know, I read the previous book, but now I'm like, thank you so much. I need this. I don't remember anything.
I feel like I don't know, like I've been like reading like the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout like very, very slowly, and that's a YA series. So like I feel like I can retain like more of that like over a longer period of time than if I read like an adult fantasy series or something like that. I feel like I need to do like those like much closer together because of the amount of detail that's in those.
Yeah, it's like FMK said, like very political books with a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Really hard to remember what happened. I'm reading the last book in the Final Empire right now, and it's been like a year since the last book, and I literally, it's like I'm reading it for the first time in the world. I'm like, who are you? What happened? What? But they're just too thick to reread for me.
I love that series.
Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn by Todd Williams is like a series written in the 80s. And every book has like an actual summary of the other book at first. So like you can skip it if you want, but it's like a pretty detailed summary. And I just started the third one, and it has like what happened in the first book, what happened in the second book. Cause like the third book is 1,100 pages almost. So it's like, it tells you the major plot points that happened. So like you can go into it, you can skip it if you want, but it's there. And I'm like, every book needs to have this. So you can, if you want it, it's there. Like you don't have to go through the first 3 chapters where it's like, so this happened and this happened and then this happened. But it was so helpful because like I've been listening to the audiobooks, and I've been like slowly listening to them as I'm doing stuff. So I've been forgetting, even though I just finished it, but it's amazing. gold standard. Everybody do this, please.
Yeah.
That sounds like such a good idea. Even just bullet points. Like, even if you just bullet points what happened. Like, shows do previously on. Just, like, do that. Like, just a little
Shows do
job.
it. Why not?
Yeah, that would be really good. Hannah says she just rereads the 2 free last chapters, and I feel like that's pretty good idea, actually. But for me, it's like the intricacies. Like, I remember the big finale, but just the intricacies of like everyone's things that I'm like,
yeah.
What I do is I try to find like a complete summary of the book online. Like sometimes you have like, and you know the story of each character, and blah, 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 and that helps. But it doesn't exist for every single book.
Do you have any specific websites or something for that? Because I try to do that, but very often I just can't find them except for like really old books.
I actually just Google it and I see what I can find. But usually it's like the wiki fandom page that comes up. Each big series has like some kind of fandom pages, whatever. But I just Google it. Yeah.
Okay.
There's actually a really good website for that. I heard about it years ago. I haven't used it in a while, so I don't know like when it's been updated. But it's recaptains. So like the word captain, but with at the beginning. And it's just basically like they recap entire series. So like as the books are updated, they'll do like a short, I think they do bullet points. I don't remember.
Yeah, by the looks of it, it was last updated March 1st this year.
So they're still doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Put the link in if anyone's interested. I think that's the right one. Chain of Gold. I need that because I'm going to read Chain of Iron.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
That's the one there. Yeah, so it's all bullet points.
Yeah, it looks really good and short.
It has like a Goodreads summary, lists like all the books in order if it's a series, and then bullet points of everything that happens.
It's really
and
good.
then links to other recaps if they do have them.
Thank you for this recommendation because it looks very useful.
Thank you. Yeah, it has so many books. So yeah.
And like they have their full list of everything. And you can go like alphabetical by author's last name.
Very helpful.
Oh no, this is amazing.
Actually,
you solved a lot of problems.
Once we do get to the third book in this series, they do have the Daughter of Smoke and Bone and Days of Blood and Starlight recaps. Because we're doing one a month, so if you are the type to forget by the time we'll get to the third one, they do have both of those.
Perfect. And I don't know, maybe some people like read it 5 years ago and don't want to reread it. Go read the synopsis. We can discuss with us.
Yeah.
How useful. That's really cool, actually. I really need that in my life.
So whoever created this website, you're amazing. Thank you.
Shout out to whoever created the website.
Oh man, helping readers everywhere.
Yeah.
We've been here for an hour, but I feel like I'm happy to read a bit more. You guys want to stick around?
Yep.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. I have time for at least one more before I gotta go feed Carter.
Do you want to do 20 minutes or is that too long?
That works for me.
Yeah.
Works for me.
All right, let me just set it up and we're good to go. All right, we're good to go. I was about to start chapter 8. How everyone is doing.
I just finished chapter 10.
Nice.
I just started chapter 22.
You are way ahead.
Yeah, I've been kind of slumping like this month, so I figured if I started it like at the beginning of the month, I would definitely be done by the 27th. So
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I've been like really slowly reading really slowly this month as well. So I feel I was like, it's kind of good that it's mid-month, this reading sprint. I can start it and slowly make my way through it.
Mhm.
My reading's all over the place. Like when I'm actually reading, I'll just read really quickly, but it's just picking up the book.
Yeah.
That's the issue for me right now. And it's like it's not even like I'm not excited for the books I pick, but it's just I don't even know how to explain it. Just actually starting or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I only finished one book that I started actually last month, and it was like The Invisible Life of Adi LaRue. And I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah. I finished 4 books this month. One was A Court of Silver Flames.
Yep, I finished that one too.
Which is like a chunker. Then I finished The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan, which is even bigger.
Mhm.
And I hated it. I was so bored.
But you finished it?
I did finish it, yeah. But I was so bored. I was so bored. And I finished Lifelike by Jay Kristoff.
Oh, I read the first one. I liked that one. I need to finish with that series.
Same.
Yeah.
That ending, just like...
I know. I loved it.
One of my favorite series.
Oh, and then I also finished The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue.
I love that one too.
Yeah, I didn't.
Very unique.
I am so sad that I didn't love it. I'm so sad I didn't love it. I have 6 editions of the book. 6.
Holy crap.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's brave. I usually I either buy a book when I think I really like it, or just I read it. I buy it after I read it and really liked it. So
yeah, it was like my most anticipated release of last year, like my single most anticipated release. So I just bought all the editions because I figured if I hate it, I can still sell the special editions.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But I'm not at the point that I'm going to sell them because I did like it. I just didn't love it.
Makes sense.
So yeah.
Yeah, I feel you there. I read it as well, and I thought it was okay. It's just like I feel like my expectations were so high as to what it was gonna do, and then it only did like a little bit of that what I expected, so that kind of brought it down.
It was overhyped. Whenever you overhype a book, like you just expect so much from it, and I don't like that because this is bad for the book, because the book might be super good, but as you expected so much more from it, you're gonna be like, okay, it was okay, but not amazing, and that's not fair.
I honestly would have loved it so much more, I think, if Henry wasn't in it. That's for me personally. I just didn't like Henry as a character.
I didn't mind him.
Obviously, no spoilers for everyone who hasn't read it, so I won't say anything more. But that, I think, for me personally, I would have enjoyed the book more if we could have just seen, in that sense, more of Addie's life with more depth, I suppose.
Yeah, it was like
just my opinion
on the surface.
Yeah, I would have liked to see a bit more depth of everything. But
to really feel the struggle of what she was going through, like on a daily basis, how she survived everything. Like
and I also felt like because the chapters were really short and because they kept switching back and forth, it felt really choppy. I think, but again, that's just, I mean,
Yeah. I think for me it was like I wanted more like chapters in the past, and she's kind of like, yeah, I did nothing. I just lived in France for like ages and nothing. Oh well.
I know.
Okay. Oh, you've lived for what, 300 years, something like
Imagine
that.
where you could have gone in that time.
Oh my god, I know. I was like in my review, I was like, why did she not go anywhere except for Europe and America? There's so many places, man.
I know.
But I think a book that
Yeah,
really
but
like.
that's
No, go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say on your point of like not feeling the passage of time. I feel like a book that does that really well was like Circe by Madeline Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you really feel like she's immortal and she's stuck there, and this like so much time has passed.
Yeah.
I still have to
Yeah.
read that one.
Yeah,
Really?
me too.
Oh, it's really good. It really has some kind of modern touch to the story, and I loved how true it is to the original as well, because she knows a lot. Like Circe discovers a lot about what's going on around her from other people. So it's really true to the original one, but still modern at the same time. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I'm excited for her next book. I don't know what it's supposed to be about, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
It's gonna be mythology based as well.
I'm not sure, but I think that's very likely because the two she wrote so far were. I would love to like I think she's really good at reimagining mythology in a very interesting way. I haven't read Song of Achilles, is it? So I'm not sure. I don't know about that one, but Circe was really good at it. So I'd be excited to see something like from her. And I feel like even Circe, she took such a like I didn't really know that much about her because she's not like one of the most popular Greek mythology characters, and she just made it so interesting. So I think if she did something like that, it'd be really cool.
Yeah, I agree. Because we discovered so much from someone who didn't live anything, like who didn't experience anything, and that's just amazing. That's an amazing point of view.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like Addie, like she had the whole world and did nothing, and Circe was just like stuck in one place, and she did so much. So
Yeah, but
really cool.
with Addie LaRue, I would have loved to know why she wasn't able to travel. Is it because no one remembered her, so she couldn't get a ticket on the plane?
I honestly think she just didn't, because like she got on a boat across the Atlantic at some point. She got to England at some point. In the book, she's in a train at some point. Like, she can travel. I mean, she doesn't die. She doesn't die from hunger or cold, so she could have walked to China, for all I care. No, but I mean, technically she could.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Really, what's the reason she didn't? That's
yeah.
She
I kept
explained in
thinking
the
to
book.
myself, oh, maybe
why.
she can't like travel, but then she did. Yeah, like you said, so like she could. So,
yeah, she could have. She just didn't. What?
No.
I don't know what happened, but yeah.
Okay, I'm sad you didn't like it either, but I'm really happy I'm not the only one. If that makes sense.
Feel like it for a while. Yeah.
Oh, if in the comments, Bookish Buddies just posted, and that's my other half on this channel. That's Esme.
Oh, I was gonna like spotlight it, but then I realized it was you, so I was like, "Oh, you just said it."
It wasn't me. Like, it's my channel, but it's Esme.
Hi, Esme.
Hello, Esme. Yeah.
That makes sense. Are you reading anything else at the moment? Anyone except for this?
Yeah, I'm reading. So for my book club, we're reading like The White Starlight. And I actually started that book last weekend, I believe. And then I was like on chapter 10, and I was so confused because it didn't match the synopsis at all. And I read the synopsis. Even the main character's name wasn't the same of the story I was actually reading. And then I was like, what the heck is happening? So I re-downloaded the link, and I mean the book. And I was like, okay, I used the same link from Amazon twice, but I got two different books. Like,
what?
So from both are by the same author, but one is the middle grade, and the second one was The White Starlight. So I was so confused because I was supposed to read a YA and I was reading a middle grade. I was like so confused, but it's okay so far.
That's so funny. Like, how did that even happen? And the fact that it worked fine the second time is the strange.
That's what I don't get. Like, and I was so confused. Like, how can that happen? And then people in the chat were like, okay, what's the story? Blah, blah, blah. And they looked on Google. And at least it's the same author. So I really don't know what happened. But yeah.
Amazon was confused.
Yeah, but there was a problem with the book. It got delayed for so many reasons. So the ebook wasn't available. Then it was available. So I feel like they mix it up. I don't know. Something happened.
Okay.
Is it the White Starlight by Nicole Lesperance? Is it that one?
Yeah, and the
I
other book is
it sounds interesting.
The Nightmare Thief or whatever. And that middle grade is actually interesting because the main character has some kind of power that her entire family has, and they're actually creating dreams. So you go in the shop and you say, oh, I want to dream about flying, I want to dream about that, and they give you some kind of tea you can drink to have the dream. So it's kind of cute, but not what I was expecting.
Fair enough, but that sounds really fun, actually. Man, I just want to. Hannah, she wrote that she's starting reading Words of Radiance and Starry Leviathan Wakes, and then also reading Red Rising. And anytime I talk to her, she's always reading the biggest books. I'm like, what kind of power do you have? Because I can read like 2 max, and they need to be small.
I love Red Rising.
I have these moments where I just read, like, I have 6 or 7 books going at the same time, but I just won't feel like reading any of them, so I'll just read another one, and then it'll at some point be 10 books, and then at one point I'll also get like, okay, no, now I just need to finish these all, and then I'll have one book again, and then at some point it'll just, get out of control again.
Yeah. I can't do that. I need my Goodreads to be nice and clean. Like, I usually read 1 physical, 1 ebook, and 1 audiobook, maybe, if I have like deadlines.
No, I need my Goodreads to be tidy as well. I really hate it, but that's also the periods of time where I just don't get on Goodreads. So.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna be starting Sword of Kaigen today, and I'm super excited. I've only ever heard good things, so talk about overhyped. Well, I don't know, maybe it's just hyped, but I'm like, my expectations are high. So
I read that one.
Was it good?
And you liked it?
Okay, so probably like a little bit of an unpopular opinion about it. Like, I didn't dislike it. I guess like my bigger thing like was like going into it, like everybody's just like, oh, this is like Avatar The Last Airbender. Well, I love Avatar The Last Airbender. Like, I have rewatched that so many times. Like, it is like, it's amazing. So I walked in like it thinking I was getting Avatar The Last Airbender. So like I got like something that was more like adult, but it wasn't quite Avatar The Last Airbender. So it kind of like threw me off the whole vibe of it. So like I didn't get what I wanted from it exactly. So I feel like my perception going in was like really skewed, you know?
Yeah. That's what I had with Eddie LaRue. I expected something else than what we got.
Yeah.
So that's,
but also when you compare a book to something very popular, like it's not always good for the book as well. Like it is, I don't know.
Oh, I hate it when they do that. I especially hate that every series nowadays is just like perfect for fans from A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I'm like, not everything is similar to A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Just because it is a retelling.
Exactly. Like, they'll just find the most random reasons, like there's a forest and that's why you should read this book. It's like, it's super random at times. I'm like, why? Like, I'm not saying you can't like this and A Court of Thorns and Roses. That's not what I'm saying. But it's like, what's the similarity here? I don't see it.
They just want to sell it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a marketing tactic, but it's way overused now, and it kind of means nothing. If I see 4 fans of, I'm like, that doesn't sell me itself, because that could literally mean anything.
I think we lost Zoe.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
she had to probably go to her
Yeah.
son. Yeah. I don't know. Do you want to do one more, or are you all read it out?
I
I'm
can do one
good.
more.
We can do one more. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah, me too. Okay, do you want to do
Yeah.
15 or 20?
I don't care either way, honestly.
All right,
Mm,
let's do 20. We can bring it to full 2 hours with a little
Yep.
chat out there. All right, everyone. I'm so excited. It's so much fun to read about other people.
Yeah.
I told my
Yeah.
boyfriend, he was like, "Oh, can I?" My boyfriend was like, "Oh, can I watch your show?" I was like, "Yes, but we're just gonna be sitting in silence and reading." I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah. It's not going to be terribly exciting or anything.
Yeah, I was like, just don't come in thinking we're gonna be like discussing things. We're just reading. He's not a reader, so it's a very foreign concept.
I explained that at work, and they were like, "What? You just read together?" I'm like, "Yeah," and we talk in between. What's
It's
the point?
awesome. Yeah, I feel like it's that whole debate of like, oh, there are people just that come and like read together on Twitter and they just talk about books, and I'm like, yeah, what about it? It's awesome.
Yeah. Like this, what we're doing now, like virtually, this is what Esme and I used to do when we were able to, actually visit each other. We just sit together on her bed and read for like 4 hours straight and just not talk to each other except like some screeches when the book went, in a wrong direction.
I mean, is it like a real is it a real relationship if you can't share a space together like in silence and do your own thing? Like, I mean, really?
I love it.
Yeah.
I
Used to,
love that.
my best friend, she's a reader as well, so we used to just like hang out together and not talk, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Just, like,
Yeah,
sharing.
I just go over there, bring my overnight bag and we just read and then go to sleep and then wake up and then, read again. Just all we do and eat, obviously eat in between. But because food is important.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yes.
is.
Okay, let's kick it off so we can go have dinner after. My
I
dinner's
already had dinner.
already. What time is it? Well,
It's
to be fair, it's already
9:30.
fair enough.
Yeah.
So we had dinner at like 7 because we started at 8. For me.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, I'm clicking it. Man, I really wish this like cafe was real. Like I really want to go there. Sounds so fun.
It's really interesting so far.
Yeah, I
Oh,
really
yeah,
like
love it.
Sorry.
I
I,
asked
I
how,
was just saying I really love it.
yeah, I asked how far in you were.
Chapter 11.
Right.
Yeah. I'm 4 pages away from chapter 11. Yeah. What I really like so far is like, well, I know what's gonna happen, but I remember really liking like the foreboding. You're like, what are these hands on the door, and like, what's happening? And you're like, And it just feels like it's all building and building, and I really like that.
Yeah, I remember the first time I read it. I was actually really confused about a lot of things up until like chapter 45. At least I think it was chapter 45 because I think the book has 60 chapters. This is just off the top of my head, by the way. And I'm pretty sure until 3/4, which is chapter 45, not a lot. Like some things make sense, but it doesn't actually come together until that last quarter of the book. And I was reading it when I was on holiday in France with my parents. I was like 14, I guess. And I was just sitting there at the pool and I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I think it takes a while at first, just because like you don't know what's up, and it's also weird. Like, what's up with the teeth, and like what's up with Karoo in general, all of that. Like, what's up with Akiva, just random dude that's really hot apparently. It's just like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yeah, but it's all gonna come together.
Yeah.
I just remember like very, very little, but I have like this one scene. I think it's in book 2 or 3. When we get to it, I'll like tell you, but it's just like so vivid. I feel like the writing itself is just like very vivid, especially like later on. It's just like for 4 years that scene stuck in my head. It's just really cool.
I also feel like a lot of people don't like the second and third book as much as the first one, but I think I actually like the second one most. I'm saying that with a question mark because I might actually like all of them equally, but
yeah, I don't remember enough to be like whether second or third, but I do think I like those two more than the first one, just because it's more like intricate and it's just like this one at least I remember it feeling a little bit more like typical, like YA of that time, and then it just like kind of blows your mind and just goes places. I feel at least
what I really liked in the second one was like the feelings, like the like I don't want to spoil for people who haven't read it, but just I'm trying to figure out how to say this without spoiling anything, but it's just yeah.
Sorry, just made me laugh. Yeah, it's true.
That's very true. Yeah, no, it's just like the feelings that the book gives you, like you kind of feel how Karoo's feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that is the best way to explain it, and I really felt that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be super interesting for a live show when we actually all read it and we can talk about it. Because like I never really had that many people to talk about this specific book, but I just feel like after first book it just opens like like you said, so many feelings and it's quite like complex and complicated, and I really like that. Just like when you kind of don't know who's the bad guy because everyone's kind of a bad guy, but everyone's kind of good as well. It's just like some good-ish right there.
Yeah, I think that's really good about this world because, like, it depends on which perspective you're looking at things from. Like, it changes who the bad guy is, I suppose, because everyone's done bad things. So then, who's actually like the baddest guy? I suppose.
Yeah.
Not sure what you're talking about, but it makes sense.
No, but like that feeling when you have basically two peoples and they're enemies, but who's actually the bad guy. Like, you don't know, because just bad stuff's happening all around.
Yeah, I love that. Like, morally gray character. We have the same. I don't know if you've read Vicious and Vengeful.
Yes.
They're also like morally gray character. It depends.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember reading that, and in the beginning I was like, oh, I hate Victor. He's such an evil guy. And in the end, it's like, oh no!
Yeah, you never know. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
If
how
you
I
like-
felt with... Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, that's how I felt with City of Brass, because, like, I don't know if you guys read it, but it's just kind of like, depending who's telling the story, really either is, like, awful, like, in terms of, like, political factions and, like, subsections, let's call it, I guess, and you're just like, I don't know how to feel, like, my favorite character just did this terrible thing, and, like, what do I do?
Yep.
If you guys like morally gray characters, The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie, like that trilogy, the First Law trilogy, like there's hardly any storyline, but the characters are top notch. Glocka is he's kind of an inquisitor for the government, and I never thought torture could be funny. But he pulls it off, and like he's kind of like in like a lot of like ways he's kind of like detestable, but like in a lot of ways it's kind of like, yeah, I kind of see where he's coming from.
Okay. What's the name again?
His name's Glocka. And it seems like a lot of people who read that series, like Glocka happens to be like the character people end up coming away from being like, yeah, I really liked him.
I'm gonna read and let you know after.
Yeah.
But those are like the best characters. Like, actually, no matter how bad they actually are, if authors can make you feel for them, or, you know, kind of relate to them, or at least, you know, make you go like, hey, I see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like just thinking how much I like characters in this book. I feel like they're very like distinct and memorable, even though I don't remember anything else. I just kind of remember the characters and what they're about. And I don't know, it was really funny. I just find it really funny, even if it's just like juvenile humor still.
Yeah, I also just remember, like, I think her first actual line in the book is like, Jesus, Cass, get off. And it just, I don't know, it just sticks with me.
Yeah. It's something like that, yeah. Yeah, it's literally that. Very good memory.
Only for random stuff. Like, I promise you that. Only for random stuff.
Bye, Judith.
Bye-bye. Thank you for joining us.
Someone's got a question if we like manga.
Yes.
I do.
I've never read any.
I've never read, like, manga. I've read some graphic novels, but not manga. Which I know they're different.
Okay, people who like them, do you have some recommendations for noobs?
I mean, you have the classics like Naruto, One Piece. Mine, the one that I love is Death Note.
That's mine too.
I love that one.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so good. Also, like someone who wants to do something good, but at the end you don't know if it's good. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything, but it's also like, oh no, I loved it.
I read.
Yep.
I read some Junji Ito. He does like the horror manga, like from like I think it was like originally published like in 1987. I read Uzumaki towards the end of 2020, and I just read what was it? Oh, let me move that for a second. Oh, it's Tomy, also by him. And Tomy's supposed to be like the one he's known for, but like I don't know, like that one was okay, but like I loved Uzumaki because like it was spirals everywhere. And it was like, I will never look at spirals like the same way again because like it's such a weird thing too because it's so random. But I don't know, like I feel like if you're gonna like jump into horror manga, like Uzumaki is like a really good place to start for that one. As far as like what I've read, I haven't read very much, but I really enjoyed that one.
Have you read The Promised Neverland?
No, but like I saw that they had an anime for it, and I'm kind of like, okay.
Well, I read
Yeah.
the first one, and I was like, "What the heck? What? Not what I was expecting." So
I heard
it's
it was
kind of
pretty
horror-ish,
mhm.
and I was like, "So cute," and nope.
I admire you because I can read horror books, like that's not a problem, but like images, no. I really like cannot. It's just too much. It freaks me out, and especially like manga and anime. That style of drawing, I find incredibly creepy. Even when they're not meant to be creepy, I find them creepy. So like I admire your bravery because I could not sleep.
For horror, for me, it really depends on like what kind of horror. If it's like gore and everything and chopped off limbs and blood everywhere, I don't really care about that. It doesn't bother me. But if it's ghosts, like I'm out of there. I don't do ghosts. I don't handle ghosts very well. No, I had that when I read City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab, which is a middle grade. And I was lying in bed and I was like, well, crap. Better sleep with the lights on. And it's a bloody middle grade, but it's like I don't do ghosts.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
For me, the movies that's true. I can watch like Texas Horror Massacre. I don't care, but like ghost stories or creepy children.
If people die, I don't care. But ghosts, nope, not doing it. And the problem is, like, once I watch a movie trailer or something, and it piques my curiosity, I'm going to have to watch the movie, no matter how much I will regret it afterwards.
Yeah, there's this YouTube channel. I don't know what it's called, but it's like movie explained, and he does like horror movies, but he goes through it, literally like explains the whole movie, what happens, and I love watching those because I'm really fascinated by the premise. So I just watch like those videos, but I'll never watch the actual movie. Like it's way too scary, so I'll just watch and know what's happened, and it's always so crazy. And he's like, and then this happened, and I'm like, no way.
Yeah, me and my ex-boyfriend, we were watching a horror movie together once. I was like, worst experience of my life. Like, seriously, I still get nightmares thinking about that movie. But we were just sitting there watching, and it was one of these, like, lulls in the movie where there wasn't really anything happening, and just something just fell over in the room, like, actually physically with us in the room, and I was like, hell no.
What was the movie?
It was Grave Encounters. I hate that movie. I hate it with a fiery passion. But I still watched the second one because curiosity got the best of me. And then I didn't sleep for a couple nights again. So this is like a recurring theme.
Yeah. No.
Ghosts don't really freak me out. Like I think the most freaked out I ever got with ghosts was Silent Hill. That one really freaked me out. But like oh man, like what I'm trying to think of, I guess like maybe Candyman, but I guess Candyman was a ghost poltergeist thing too. I don't know. Maybe I'm more freaked out by ghosts than I think, but
I also remember watching Sinister. I don't know if you know that. I hated that too. That was like another worst experience of my life.
So I started watching that, and I was watching it with somebody I was seeing, somebody I am seeing, and he fell asleep. I'm sure he's watching this right now, by the way, so he knows.
Hello.
Anyone else freaked out by zombies? I don't know. Not really.
No.
Then annoy me.
Have you seen Train to Busan, the Korean version? They're gonna make an American.
No, I'm intrigued.
So good. Like mind-blowingly so good. If you like zombie movies, if you like story, like you're gonna cry. Like it's weird, but you're gonna cry. It's so good. Also, we have a question. Apart from Fem, is all your first time reading DOSAB? For me, it's a reread, but I only read it once before.
First time reading it.
Yeah, I know Zoe read it like 4 or 5 times. So
Zoe's read it very often as well. And I think Kira, this was your first time as well, right?
Yeah. Yes.
We got a good spread.
Yeah, and I really like just actually just experiencing you reading them, because you get to experience it all for the first time, and I'm kind of jealous of you.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. The discussion's going to be interesting because you're going to catch up more things than probably me reading it for the first time. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of foreshadowing going on that you're not really picking up on right now, probably, unless you figure it out afterward. I mean, it's possible. Some people do that, but I didn't. I know I didn't. When I read it for the second time, I was like, oh, I know what this is referring to. I just went like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm like, foreshadowing.
Yeah.
With like the smallest lines. I think I'm reading into it a bit too much as well. It's just like, ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to call it a night then? I'm gonna go eat my dinner.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Yeah, I had loads of fun. Thank you for everyone who joined. And if you are curious about anyone's YouTube channels, I put it in the description, so you can just go on there. And our live show is what, the 27th?
Yes.
Same time.
Yep.
Except for Americans, because it's going to be 1 hour later.
I'm so mad that we're losing an hour tonight.
I know. But it's so weird because you guys, your time switches earlier, like different day than us. And I was
these 2 weeks are so confusing because America's switching now, and then Europe, UK, everything's switching next week, and things are going on sale, and time zones keep switching, and I'm like, what time zone is this in?
I'm trying to like organize this and just like write the actual graphic. I was like, wait, what? And I had to check it like 5 times, and then I got it wrong. But yeah, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 7 p.m. British Standard Time, and 8 p.m. European time. I'm not sure. GMT +1, +2 now.
Yeah, it's Central European time, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're probably gonna run some sprints on Twitter, so we can always read a bit more then as well. Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone. It was really fun. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.